platinum, silver, bronze, iron. This is the worst thing that it can happen. Using an ability on the wave. And this is a pattern that you have. Because you're not using it only at level 1. If you remember in the game, you're always using it. It feels like you're very unconfident on this champion. And sometimes when you feel like you're not getting the minion, boom, you just Q. But the problem is that if I'm coming and I see the Tahm Kench uses the Q, the 7 seconds cooldown on a minion, I'm like, oh, this guy uses the Q on the minion? No problem, I can go on him. What can he do to me? He's on cooldown. Hey guys, for those who don't know, my name is Bizyze and I'm a Challanger League of Legends coach. I have over 2,000 of hours on individual coaching and I have plenty of students that climb from bronze or silver all the way up to diamond. Remember that the content that you are watching right now is a personalized, high-quality coaching session that you can only get from me. If you want to get better and climb League of Legends, feel free to add me on Discord and book your own private coaching session. What are you waiting for? The link is in the description. First of all, when you go to the game, if you remember, Colin, I asked you, hey, what should you do in the game? What is your game plan and how do you want to play? You told me, hey, I want to protect my AD carry or Syndra, depending on who is the carry, and I want to play from there, making sure they don't die. Well, theoretically true, practically not really. The most important thing on top lane is to win lane. If you don't win the lane phase, you can't win anything on top lane because Camel is going to just pressure the map so much that even if you're trying to pressure or peel the Sivir, it doesn't really matter that much. So the most important thing on top lane is to get the lead inside of the lane phase and be ahead in early game. Because if you're ahead in early game, what can you do? You can destroy the tower, and after you destroy the tower on top lane, then you can do 2 things. It's either you want to split push hard with a champion that can split push like Jax, or with Tahm Kench, you just want to push out the wave, and once you push out the wave, you can start to rotate to mid lane and help your teammates.
Okay.
So this is how, and yes, once you're on mid lane, you want to build and protect the carries. True, but step number 1 is winning the lane phase. Step number 2 is getting the tower, and step number 3 is protecting the carry after you won the lane phase and it's late mid game.
Okay.
So you missed basically step number 1 here. Let me actually see what I wrote here. Okay, so in the laning phase, right here, you go to the lane, sure. So right here, what I will do, I will always cheese. I wouldn't really, so I didn't like so you're trying to look at them, you should just cheese them. Like what should you do? You should stay in the brush, and you should wait there, and if Camel comes, you should just fight. If you fight for a longer period of time, if you fight for minimum 4 seconds, you win. If you fight for short trading, she wins, so be careful.
Okay.
Because if she plays around her passive, she wins. But if you fight for minimum 3 to 4 seconds, minimum, and you run her down, you win.
Okay.
So every game I do recommend you from now on, Colin, go cheese. When you play Tahm Kench, you're hard winning. When you play set, you're hard winning. No matter what you're playing, on set you can even start W. By the way, right here. So you should always cheese either here in the first brush or right here in the dry brush.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to invade potentially with the Blitzcrank since that's what they were going for, but then I saw Echo was sort of passing towards his blue side, so I said screw it, and I went back towards my top side. And when I was standing right here, I thought I could maybe potentially, or I should have been in the tri bush or in the further up bush to try and cheese that.
Yes, you should have. You should have for sure. So that was the first mistake, the fact that you did not cheese. And then right now the laning phase started. The laning phase started. You go in the laning phase, you're trying to, okay, I like that you're fast, you're staying with the wave. So right here, what is the thing that you didn't really do, and the thing that is really bad, is that you are hesitating a lot and your clicks are super bad. So usually when you're in this laning phase, this is a race. This is a battle. The guy that is going to get level 2 advantage is going to win the lane, because if you get level 2 advantage, you can get either your W or your E depending on what you want to do. Usually it's W if you get it level 2 advantage, because you can jump on her, and if you get it, you can instantly go on her, because level 2 advantage, yes, it means one more ability, but it also means better stats. So if it's let's say a Platinum 4 player, a clean Platinum 4 player, once he got to the lane phase, especially because you don't leash, this is an advantage that your jungle gives you, because not leashing means that you're actually you have the ability to be fast on the lane and start pushing.
Okay.
So what you should be doing here is that you should be going on the lane fast and hitting different minions to try to push a sub. And once you get level 2, you know what to do. You go in and you try to trade. But the problem is that you're hesitating, you're clicking back, playing safe, not pushing, you're scared. it is true that she's winning short trades. But first of all, she can't trade if you're right here. The minions are just going to be with you. Second of all, if you get level 2 advantage, there is no way she's going to outtrade you.
Okay.
So here, big mistake. Here, I was like, okay, this guy is not a Platinum player. So if a Challenger player is watching your gameplay, in the first 10 seconds, he's going to be able to guess your elo. He's going to tell you that you're gold or silver because you're not doing the level 2 advantage thing. In the first 10 seconds of the gameplay. Good. Okay, you didn't push. Yes, you didn't hit the minions. No problem, no problem, no problem. But right now, it's getting even worse. So right now, you're staying in the lane phase. You're trying to trade right here. So be very, very careful. Remember that the minions are actually your friends. The minions are actually helping you. So if you're looking to trade and you have more minions, obviously, the minions are going to help you. So if you stay here and you trade and she goes on you, let's say she goes on right here, you have the minions with you. And the minions are going to instantly go on her. So every time when you're looking at your minis, you want to basically draw an imaginary line. And if you're like this, an imaginary area. So if you're fighting in this area, you're safe. Because you have the minions right here. But that's the same thing about her, right? Like right here, if she's fighting in this area, she's safe. So right now, let's see what you're going to do right now. So you're basically going in. So right now, she has the minions advantage. So right now, she's hardcore winning. Usually, the number of the minions is going to tell you and dictate you your playstyle. We have 3 minions and she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minions. So she is looking to play aggressive because if you trade, then the minions are just going to go on you. Okay. So you want to pay very much attention on the number of the minions. So right now, when she has more minions, so first of all, you should push at level 2. Second of all, if you see that she has like 2 or 3 minions advantage, back off. Don't trade. Because right now, if you trade, what happens if you trade right now?
I take more damage because minions are going to aggro me.
Exactly. You can't trade if she has more minions. And right now, you give up level 2 priority. And then here, yes, you did that, but it also goes for, like right here, you do the worst thing that can happen, like in silver, bronze, iron. This is the worst thing that it can happen. Using an ability on the wave.
Oh,
and this is a pattern that you have. Because you're not using it only at level 1. If you remember in the game, you're always using it. It feels like you're very unconfident on this champion. And sometimes when you feel like you're not getting the minion, boom, you just Q. But the problem is that if I'm coming and I see the Tamken uses the Q, the 7 seconds cooldown on a minion, I'm like, oh, this guy uses the Q on the minion? No problem, I can go on him. What can he do to me? He's on cooldown.
Yeah.
So you're asking her to go on you. So what should you do? Well, you should avoid for as much as possible to Q the minion. If it's a cannon and you're very, very concerned to miss it, you should take it. But you should... unless that's the case, you should never, ever use the Q on the minions. This is a mistake that was constantly happening. Because you see you trading, what can we do? And she traded really bad because she has the Q. And she should have just chunked it. If this is Platinum, you're this HP.
Yeah.
And Tamkench is the best champion in lane, so you're supposed to win this hard.
Okay.
Super important. So you see the laning phase. And right now, this is just the beginning. Okay, so we go. Sure. And then she gets level 2. You kited well. Sure, you kited well. So after this point, like after you lost the lane in the first 20 seconds, you played it okay. You farm, you chill. Nope, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Good, you try to go on her. So let's see this play. So here. Right now you're farming. The echo is coming. So first of all, when your jungle is coming, try to also like have a suggestion on the game. Like right now, if you think that it's undoable, it's like really, really bad, you should just ping him danger. Right now, again, in this case, it's not really that. It's doable, right? Because it's not like you're very, very, very low HP and she's full HP and she's going to kill you both. No, you're relatively healthy. She's relatively healthy. It's okay. So right now you're taking the wave. That's fine. You're taking the wave, sure. You're trying to set up the gank for the echo. Echo is trying to come. That's good. The problem is that we have a lot of minions inside of the tower. This is good. She is into the echo. And right now when you see this situation and you're in this situation, you want to be like, So in the beginning it looked doable because she was overextending. But right now she's running and it could be, well, I mean, first of all, you're not going to have W range soon unless she stops and she hits. Second of all, the jungle can be around.
Yeah, and
So
he was there. He turned out to be there anyway.
yes, that is always going to happen.
Okay.
So this is very expected. If this is like again like a higher elo platinum, the enemy jungle is always going to be around. So here, what should you do? So considering that there are lots of minions right here close to you, and the fight is relatively far from you, because if you like the W range is like this, right?
Yeah.
So it's relatively far from you. You should be danger, and you should not help. Why shouldn't you not help? It's not because you don't care about him or you don't really. You are not able to help him.
Yeah.
It's not because you don't want to, but you're not able to help him. So you should be in danger, get the minions, and after you get the minions, you look at the fight and stay, around him, behind him. Of course, you don't want to die with him, but you want to still look at the fight after getting the minions. So instead of following, you should be in danger with the red ping. Focus on the minions and keep an eye on the fight. If the fight looks crazy good and you can get a free kill, you follow. Otherwise, do not feel forced to follow your teammates if they do those plays.
Okay.
Because if he dies, it's bad. If you die as well with him, you lost the game. It's worse. So that's the thing. So this is called micro decisions. Okay. It's 520. Good. Right here. Oh yeah, this play. You killed him already. Killed him and then... Well, you almost killed him. But right here, let's talk about this. So you go in the laning phase. Let's do a recap. Do you TP here? Let's see. So you TP here, right? Yeah, so first of all, I don't like that you're using... So here you use TP because you are about to lose the minions. Right here, she's pushing and you're about to lose the minions. I don't like that you're buying the cloth armor.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. Health is always better on this champion.
Okay.
And of course, if you get plated boots, I mean, that's fine. It's better to get plated boots. But if you're talking about cloth armor or health, I'll always get health.
So even if I wanted to rush Bramble into this matchup, I should still go health since I can't afford Bramble right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You go for one health and then you go for Bramble.
Gotcha.
That's what I will do. So right here, the TP is fine. Also, avoid getting ping cores if you're behind. Like right now, you're behind. You get ping cores, you're more behind than you are.
Okay.
So no need to get vision. Okay, yes, if you're ahead, you can get one ping cord every 2 bases, but otherwise you shouldn't really concern yourself with ping cords, especially from behind.
Gotcha.
Right now, you're walking up to her. That's fine. That's fine. So right now, who is winning the matchup? 1v1.
She is.
Okay.
Oh, currently or?
Currently.
Yeah, I would say she is.
Okay, and why?
She has a level up on me, and she's half HP, and she may have a level on me, but she's also pushed in, so she doesn't have an easy escape.
True. So who is winning this?
I'd say me then, since I'm full HP and I have all my cooldowns.
Exactly, you're full HP, you went in base, and you wanna go on her, but do you see her clicking? Like here, straight to her, let's fight. Even if theoretically you could say, okay, but she has some minions, true, but she's half HP. Like the HP discrepancy is having a higher priority in terms of when you're deciding if you want to go on her and if you want to engage on her. First priority is the HP. Like you want to see like what the HP difference, and then if it's the same HP, if you have the same HP with her, then you go to second factor that is deciding the fight, which is HP of the minions and numbers of the minions. But right now, since you have so much more HP, you don't care that much about the minions. But do you see that again? You're using the Q on the minions. Again, you're backing off and you're very scared. Look at your clicks here. You should just run her down.
Yeah.
So you could have get a minimum 3 kills on this laning phase, in the first 10 minutes. But you played super safe. You played like you play. Let me think of you play like you play Kale. With Kale, you farm with E. You play safe. You play slow. That's how you play Tahm Kench. Like Tahm Kench is supposed to play aggressive. Like here, you see how hard you're winning, but it's late. You went in super late, and then you also have those kind of mechanical errors when you're hitting the minions with the Q sometimes. But I'm not very concerned.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So here, where is the camel?
She's backing.
True. And she's coming. This means she's coming in lane with items, with gold, with full mana, full HP. So what should we do then?
Probably back since the wave is frozen here, and it's a cannon wave.
So right now, if the wave is frozen right here, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions, and you recall right now, and these minion waves that are going together with the other minion wave is going to push into you. What is going to happen if you recall right now?
It's probably gonna crash and push back towards her tower.
Exactly. So if it crashes, and the worst thing is that you're going to be base once it crashes.
Yeah.
So you do lose a lot of minions. Theoretically, if you ask a Challanger player, he will tell you, hey, if you really want to get a good recall timing, you need to crash this wave into the enemy tower. But right now, that possibility, but that option is not really viable, right? Because there are too many minions, and right now you need to push this wave and the next wave as well to crash. You don't have time, and you don't have wave clear power. So what should we do? So recalling instantly is not good, and then you can't push 2 waves. What should we do?
Keep the wave frozen here, hopefully, and hope that Echo comes to gank.
Yeah, but then do you have an expectation on a teammate? That's bad as well in this elo.
So then keep farming, or I'm not really sure what to do here then. I know I stayed to keep farming, and I gradually got my health back up with Q.
Yes, but the thing is right now, if you're staying, you're bleeding right now. She's coming and she's full HP, you're bleeding. Like here, look how this lane phase looks. You're low HP in the tower, getting under pressure. Camel can easily go into the jungle. Mastery can dive. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So you're stuck right now, and in the next 10 minutes, if you stay here, well, 3 minutes, you're never going to be able to kill Camel. And your first #1 job on top lane to carry the game is what?
Win the lane.
Win the lane. And right now you're not winning the lane. So you need to be like, hey, can I kill? Like in every matchup, you want to be like asking yourself, hey, can I kill her reliably in the next 2 minutes? And if you're saying no, you need to change the solution. You need to find a solution, because that means you're wasting time. And the solution right here is to recall. But how should you recall? Very, very simple. We know that she's coming in the laning phase, and we can't really push this wave and next wave, 2 waves. But we can clear up the minion super fast, everything that we can, and then instantly recall. At least we get some extra gold before recalling.
Okay.
But I need to be fast. It's WQ auto. Because the lane is still going to be bad. The lane is still going to be, slow pushing into her in a bad state. But at least it's going to be a little bit better than if you just lose all of the minions and if you recall right now. So here, big recall timing mistake. So there are so many things that you're not doing right. By the way, right here, the dive, the mastery came. What do you think about this dive?
They can definitely win it, since I don't have my ult and I can't keep them under tower. I'm not going to be able to CC lock anybody under tower long enough. They're just going to Q me, or they're just going to take tower priority and kill me and get out.
Yeah, so the thing is right here, who is going to tank the tower?
Probably Camille.
Okay, and how many towers can she tank?
3 or 4.
Okay, well, it's more about 5, 6.
Okay.
And what about the damage? So if Camel does 1 rotation, like how much damage does she do?
Repeat that.
So if Camel does a full combo on you, how much damage does she do with 1 rotation?
Definitely get me to within like 25% HP.
Okay, true. And then what about Mastery? Does he have damage?
Yeah, he could just Q me and get out with his heal.
Yes, the problem right here in this play is that, well, you have a lot of HP and you're tanking, so you're tanky anyways. In addition to that, you do have the Clat armor. You're very tanky with your E, and they don't have that much damage. Because you're just on the base damage, you're super tanky. So let alone the fact that you're getting level 6 very, very soon, if the minions are going to die. So here they can't dive you. So if this is a high elo player, he stays here and he loves at Mastery. If Mastery is going to go in the tower, we get a double. You die, but you get a double. So you should try for those plays. You should test your limit. Hey, maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can. You should try it, because if you die, then you'll know, oh, next time I'm not going to do it. Oh, I know my limit right now. So I'm going to do an assumption here, make an assumption. I think that you haven't played too many of other roles, and you only played top lane.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. That's the problem. Because you see that you don't understand the damage of the other champions in the game. The jungle, for example. Super important. So if you can, Colin, if you can play in your free time, in normals, 1 game per 5 games per week, or 1 game per day, other roles, some mid lane, some support, some jungle, this is going to help you a lot on the long term. Because I can teach those guys those things, but it's going to take a little bit more time. So you need to have a better understanding of the game. You need to improve your general knowledge. You need to improve your knowledge of the game. And if you just play only top lane, at some point you're going to hit the wall. You're going to be faster for you to improve because you are getting coaching. But still, I'll be honest with you, if you only play top lane, the process of you improving is going to be a bit harder compared to if you play from time to time some mids or some, some mid support or other roles. Like, you see that they can't do anything? Look at this. Look how this looks. He tried to tank. You see?
Yeah, I could have just W'd him and then ultied him under turret. Yeah.
It's so one-sided here. You're never going to get over by them. Master was so. And this camel was like, if you saw the camel, she wasn't even pushing when Mastery wanted to dive. Like, she was backing off. Look at her. She was backing. She was scared because she knew that this is so bad. This guy on Mastery was really bad.
Okay.
So this dive wasn't really possible. Okay. Good. Okay, right now, recall right here. So you're going to recall, and when you're recalling, well, first of all, when you're recalling, you want to look at the wave. So on one hand, you can say, okay, but it's a cannon wave, I can just recall. Well, on one hand, it's true, it's a cannon wave, but on the other hand, if she's going to push it, you're still going to lose a lot if you just recall, because it takes a lot of time to get back to lane. So the best case scenario is to push before recalling, obviously, but right now you can't do that. You can't crash the wave into the tower, since Camel is going to be stronger than you right now. So you need to play reactively. That meaning that you need to stay into the tower and just catch the wave after she's pushing. So here, when you're recalling, you want to be like, hey, what am I losing when I'm recalling? And you want to look at the wave to see if she's pushing. But you see where you're looking right now?
Mid lane.
You're too concerned with the other lanes.
Yeah.
So here we should stay, and we should be hungry for the minions. And if you see that she's pushing, you should stay. If you see that she's not pushing, then you can go recall, because then you have a lot of time to come back in the lane without losing. But you need to look at your lane first and see what she does, because otherwise you can't decide. So again, another recall timing a mistake. Yes, 740. Again, first of all, getting ping cords from behind is very bad. Second of all, getting 2 ping cords on top lane is the worst thing that you can do.
Okay.
Because your job is not vision. Yes, you have first job is win the lane phase. Second job is make sure you push the lane and you create pressure. Third job is make sure you roam and you try to transitionate your pressure on the mid lane. Fourth job is peeling, make sure your AD carry or mid lane is safe. And fifth job is vision.
Okay.
But it's, well, so you can ask me, hey, but is vision important? Well, it's important, but it's the 5th priority. You have 4 more priorities that are more important. And right now you want to ask yourself, which one is going to help me more? Well, you didn't win the laning phase, so you need to make sure at least you don't lose it. So then buying normal items, not ping cores, like items that will help you to get out of the laning phase, will allow you to go to step number 2. But you're basically trying to jump to step number 5 when you didn't really win the laning phase. And by buying controllers, you're wasting the gold that you can basically buy items with. Because you buy 2 controllers to this base, next base 2 controllers, next base 2 controllers, and let's do the math, like 75 multiplied by 6. It's so much gold wasted, right? So what I will do, I will only get like 1 ping cord every 2 or 3 bases. If you're very ahead, you should get every 2 bases 1 ping cord. If you're not ahead, then 1 every 3 bases. Because in this elo, vision doesn't matter. I mean, I can tell you that in Challenger, if you play in Challenger, vision matters. But I don't want to give you tips that I use and things that I use in Challenger and that you lose every game here.
Okay.
Because what works in Challenger, it doesn't work right here.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really get too many controllers. Super important.
Okay.
Okay, 10-15. Okay, right here you misunderstood me with the TP. If you remember, I told you, TP. So here, I mean, first of all, I don't recommend you TP in this elo. Same thing in high elo. Yes, you can maintain, like, you can fix wave states. You can help your teammates. You can just make sure you transition your pressure to other lanes. You can do the split push trick as well with the objectives. But in this elo, Ignite is so much better for killing. Like,
the thing about, like, with the whole TP nerfs, it's hard for me to discern whether to take TP or Ignite. Like I said, I try to do it with the matchup, but that doesn't always work.
Yes.
So I was thinking about actually taking TP, or not TP, taking Ignite more than TP, since I can't really use it until 14 minutes anyway.
Yes, Ignite is so much better. Even back then when TP was a thing, on the minions, it's still so much better to take the Ignite. Because the Ignite is going to allow you to win the lane, which is step number 1. So you can easily go to step number 2.
Okay.
That's the thing. And you're playing Tahm Kench. Like, remember how many times the Camel was 1 HP? With Ignite.
Yeah.
It's over. And she had it. That's the thing. She had it. And she won against you because she took it. I don't recommend you to not take Flash. Unless you play, Jax, Camel, or that. But on the Tahm Kench, on set, on the champions that you play, Ignite is all the way. Better for carrying. So on
even with Mordekaiser, would that work too?
Even on Mordekaiser in this elo.
Okay.
Even in Mordekaiser, yeah. So until Diamond 4, I will straight up take only Ignite.
Okay.
After Diamond 4, it's a bit different. But until Diamond 4, all the way. All the way.
Gotcha.
Okay. Good. So, yes, definitely we need to work on those things. Very, very, very important. So there are 2 more problems right here. 1050. This is actually pretty big as well. It's with the map awareness. So right here, you're trying to go to your jungle. Let's see. Right here, you're looking there. So you're looking. I appreciate that you're looking. Again, right now, I don't like that you're a bit tunnel vision when you're moving. When you're looking there, obviously, before you take a decision, like before you take the decision of, hey, I want to go there, you want to look at what's happening. You want to hover your minimap. You want to navigate with your camera and see what's going on for minimum 2 seconds. And when you're looking, you basically want to look at the HP of the Echo and then in relationship to the HP of the Mastery and the Camel. And then you want to discern whether you want to follow or not. Here, he was dead anyway. So here, first of all, he was dead anyway, so you shouldn't really follow. But the problem is that you're not looking. Let's see how much HP does the Echo has. Like, look at this. You don't see this.
Yeah.
You use the W, but how much HP does he have? Because the decision has to be made after you're looking at him. Because if you look at him and you see him he's full HP, you're like, oh, I can help him, and then you double him.
Okay.
But then if you W blindly when you have no idea how much HP he has, like right now, how much HP does he have?
Like he's 1 hit.
Exactly, but you don't know that because you're not looking there enough.
Okay.
So minimum 3 seconds. When you're looking, you want to hover your minimap there for 3 seconds.
Okay.
Because you W and then look at what fight we went in. So also, so what should you do next time?
Look at his health and decide whether I want to help him from there, if he's going to be able to actually do anything.
Yes. So move your camera forward before going into a team fight. And before you press W, like look at the HPs of everyone by moving your screen there. Super, super, super important. And then 17, I wanted to show you all of the mistakes that we need to fix for Platinum. So you see, this was a game that was horrible in terms of the quality. The worst game by far that you could have had. And you see how many things we can actually take from this fun. Okay, so here, tell me your thought process of freezing here.
I'm behind, so I want to try and funnel gold into me.
Okay, and what is the freeze going to do here?
Other than make sure that I can CS properly and get the gold that I need, probably nothing. Maybe get the Camille to come top, but she's bot right now pushing that out, so nothing really.
Okay, so right here, the thing is, if you're freezing, those minions are going to kill like our minions, and they're going to lose some gold. The problem with freezing is that, okay, so when you freeze here, yes, you're increasing your income. That's fine. But what is Camel going to do right here?
Keep pushing out bot lane.
Exactly, and your team is going to just be getting completely blown. Like they're going to get killed over and over and over and over. Like if you freeze here, theoretically, if it's Challanger and your team has a brain to stay into the tower, wave clear and play safe, sure. But we're not playing in Challanger. So in this case, if you're staying on top lane, you're stuck. And this needs the Camel to have the ability to actually move on the map, which means your team is going to die and lose the game before you actually do something with the freeze. So that's why in Silver, Gold, Platinum, Low Diamond, Bronze, you should never freeze if you are out of the laning phase. Yes, in lane, sure, when the towers are here in early, you should always freeze if you have the ability to do so. But in the later stages, you shouldn't, because if you're pushing hard this wave and you have your wave going into the enemy tower, then Camille should go on it. She's forced to do it. Someone will have to react to it. And then Camille is not mid. And what does that mean? That means you're saving your teammates.
Okay.
So freezing in SoloQ after the laning phase is over is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should take away from this one.
Okay.
Super important, because yeah, you're trying to freeze and then Camel roams, your whole team dies, and that's why you lost the inhib, by the way, because you were still trying to. But yeah, I mean, who cares that you're getting 200 more gold on top lane if they get like 2k gold because your team is going to get like instantly killed because Camel is going to roam there. Exactly. Super important.